Yo guys, fell in love with this spot in the last video. Had to come back again. Balancing convenience with privacy and control. I've been thinking about this a lot, revisiting this topic of balance when it comes to our digital footprint. Just because of the simple fact that there are so many conversations online that I'm seeing where people are struggling with optimizing their digital footprint. That's something you do after you are in control. You are intentionally using the digital tools in your lives. It means that they no longer serve as a distraction, rather tools that are amplifying our abilities as human beings. So that's what comes after reset and reclaim steps in your freewithtech journey. It's the step where you try to optimize your digital footprint so you can be sure that your data are truly yours. And yeah, I mean, I think it's such an incremental journey, and there is a lot of patience required in order for people to make those decisions, right? To adopt those privacy focused tools where it matters the most. Like, what I did was to create this simple document where I mapped all of my digital dependencies and also saved the links for data exports. So, every time, 4 months pass by, I tend to visit those links and just download my data, so I can be certain that they are in my control. But over time, I realized there are these certain apps that are trying to lock me into their ecosystems, and I wasn't okay with that just because it's against my main principle, which is digital freedom, right? Uh, I am the one who is producing the data, and I am the one who will be controlling them, and nobody will try to benefit from my data. So that's what I try to do, right? For example, with image instead of Google Photos, or this week, the most recent transition I made was I ditched Amazon Kindle, right, because of their new policies that started taking place in February this year, and so at that date, I've stopped buying ebooks from Amazon store just because they refused this functionality that allowed exporting the ebook file from my account, basically, right? So something I own, and I cannot really get to it only within that constrained ecosystem that this corporation built. So, but there are certain use cases or applications that you would prefer to keep, right? It's rather a convenience, and there is no big need for privacy and control. Rather, convenience is has a bigger play. And in my life, as you can see, you've probably realized it already, I made Apple Watch apps, so that's a convenience for me. I am an Apple ecosystem user, and that's something I had to conclude, after some time, because yeah, it's very user friendly, and I've realized that they're so smart that they allow this continuity between the Apple devices. It's so simple to use apps in that ecosystem, use that hardware. So hardware aspect for me is Apple, right? I'm not trying to convince anybody here. Apple is not paying me to promote their devices. They don't need to do it because they have such big adoption across the globe. I'm telling it because I am in debt. I've committed to those hardware devices, and but that's the layer for operating system, right? That's the first layer, and you make another level of decisions on top of it. So it's about the apps that you use for ebooks, the apps that you use for photo management, and so many other apps. So um, I guess I just wanted to point out that it's a journey and patience is required. It's not instant, and I want to encourage you, if you are in that optimized step, um, to not give up so easily and take it one step at a time. That's what I've been doing for the past year or so, with all those mini choices, one after the other. I'm wondering if I can remember the first step I made in terms of optimizing my digital footprint. Yeah, I think it was just deleting some accounts online, right? That's the easiest thing you can do, is to just tell other people. I think we are using communication tools on a daily basis. You could tell your friends that this is the only app that I'm using onwards, uh, be it Signal or WhatsApp or I don't know, name it for yourself. This is the app I'm going to use from this day onwards, and you can contact me there. And that's the first step you can make in order to optimize and start optimizing your digital footprint. And there is no hack, there is no hack to speed this up. It's gradual adoption of privacy focused tools, and taking it one step at a time and realizing that you've come such a long way to get to this point where you can think about it this way, that privacy matters and your information should be truly just yours, and thinking about where those optimizations could be next. So, and that's why I've been working on this app called My Digital Toolkit. It's rather a placeholder name for now, but I've realized it's so important to me to have this awareness of my digital footprint that I just needed to build it, right? This simple tool that allows me to scan my digital toolkit with ease and then, see those hotspots where I'm concentrating my data the most and where it deserves some optimization. So that's the awareness I'm trying to bring through this app, and I'll be showing you some demo in the near future, I hope. There is also my personal channel if you wanna see some indie dev journey and how it evolves. I'm documenting that right there. And I've also made some experimentation and published, I think, 4 shorts. And just trying to see what's efficient in terms of audience building. So if you want to check out my experimentation, there is this other channel that I have. And thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoyed this view, and I'll see you next week. Cheers.